Alright, time for a video. It's been several days and I've been kind of busy, but I can't stay away from doing the videos for too long. So what I've been doing lately is just picking, just reach into the box of heat treats, and whatever I pull out, I start napping. So yeah, I've been napping a little bit off camera. I just picked out these two pieces from the heat treat box. This one's more difficult, so let's do that one. I've been busy. There's a lot of yard work to do here, and I just cleaned out the car as well. Spring cleaning type stuff for the most part. And once in a while I'll sit here and do napping, because if I don't nap at least once every other day, I forget. Yeah. So to speak, you know, I get rusty real quick. Really fast. Ooh, this is going to be nice. What is this? It's a heat treat. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I'm going to carelessly nap it in the beginning. And then as it starts to get down to a thin biface, I'll be more careful. Yeah. That's the way I do it. That's the way I like it. And if I don't like it, I'm not gonna nap, you know? The glove, I got a brand new glove. It's nice and shiny and brand new. But you know what? It's getting in my way. Yeah. These smaller arrowheads are a different mindset. That's why I'm napping a little bit off camera, so I can get back into the mindset. I actually like doing the small ones a lot. The large pieces I don't like. The large pieces with regular flaking I like even less. I like small pieces with random flaking. Yeah. No fancy flutes, no fancy thinning, just straightforward small pieces with indirect percussion with heat treats. Yeah, that's my favorite. Small heat treats with indirect percussion. Start off with an ugly, nasty chunk. Go to town on it. And then come up with a nice little arrowhead. True arrowhead. That you put on the arrow. Where's my... Alright, I rearranged my shop a little bit too. I bought a shelf, or a shelving unit. Hold on. And I moved my tools a little bit around. And it's a little bit better, but still got to get used to it. I'm not used to being this organized. Nope. That's another thing I did today was I bought one of those plastic shelving things, 5-tier shelving unit made of plastic. They're cheap. Okay. Then they're not that great because you can't put a lot of rocks on there, but I can put my light stuff on there. And my light stuff, like my feathers and arrow shafts, and what else I got there? Pieces of leather. I got little pieces of wood for foreshafts. I got bones up there, deer bones for bone arrowheads. I'm gonna start doing the bone arrowheads. And then what else I got? Let me see. I got boxes of Dremel tools. I found all my Dremel tool stuff. Yeah, I didn't know I had all my Dremel tool stuff up here in Vermont. So, but I bought one when I was in Texas because I said I need one. I gotta make some arrows. So I made some arrows when I was down in Texas, and I needed my Dremel tool to do the fletching. Yeah, I like to shape the feather quills with a Dremel tool instead of like doing it on a sander. Some guys shape the fletching and they grind down the quill on a sander, you know, with a little block that has a split in the middle. It opens up like a clamp, and you clamp it in, you sand it on a sander to get that quill down to the right shape. But I use a Dremel tool with a sanding disc or a sanding drum. Yeah. Anyways, I got that stuff up on the shelf. I got more stuff than I thought I had. I was thinking I need to buy some stuff, but no, I looked around today and I found a lot of stuff. I found my Arrow spine tester. Yeah. I can produce some data now. Yeah, all that stuff was up here in Vermont, and I thought I had, you know, stashed it in my storage unit in Texas and didn't remember where it was exactly. I didn't really feel like looking for it. So I didn't look in every box that I moved, because I consolidated my storage units, so I had 2 of them in Texas. Oh yes. One was mostly personal stuff and not tools. Is that lighting working? A lot of my personal stuff was in one unit, and then all my tools and supplies in another unit. Well, I put them all together. Yeah. Why did I separate them? Well, most of the stuff that was in a separate unit was at my mom's house. Yeah. My mom and dad are both still alive. Still alive. You might say, how old am I? I'm 61. Yeah. Yep. Anyways. My mom had to move out of her house and move into a nursing home. A lot of my stuff was in her house, so I had to take it out. And I finally got it all together in one spot. Anyway, that was before I made the trip up here. I was busy. And now I'm busy trying to get a shop set up so I can do more things while I'm here than I could while I was in Texas. Because it's just my dad and myself. That's it. Here. In Texas, you know, some of the kids were there too at the house, and all the dogs and everything were there. Everybody's friends come over, and it's a full house over there. But here, it's just me and my dad. That's it. It's very peaceful, very quiet. It's a small town. Very nice. Yep. As long as the neighbors aren't making a big ruckus with their arguments, everything's quiet. Yeah. Really quiet. I can hear people walking down the street, coming down the street from a ways off. Whereas in my other house, I can't hear nothing. If someone walks by, I don't hear nothing. Because there's a constant drone of industry at my house. And then there's ambulances going by. Because we live near a hospital. It's never quiet. And then there's aircraft going overhead. Helicopters in the middle of the night. Because they're helicoptering in patients to the hospital. And then they got a, you know, they've got a museum. They got a, what is it? They have an aircraft museum nearby. So they're always flying these old planes overhead with these big, loud propeller engines. I mean, I suppose they're not as loud as jet engines. But those suckers, they fly really low. Yeah. It sounds like they're right overhead sometimes. And I look up there and, yeah, they're flying really low. Low altitude. Anyways. It's so quiet here, comparatively speaking. Once in a while you can hear a train. Like, I don't know if you just heard that little train horn. There's a passenger train that goes into town. Well, there's a little train station. Very cute train station. It runs, I don't know if it runs 24 hours a day. I can hear the train's horn. I could hear them in Texas too, but here it sounds a lot closer. Because it is. It's just like 5 minutes down the road. Well, let's see. It takes 5 minutes to get there, I guess. In a car. If I walk down there, it'd take me about 15, 20 minutes. Anyways, what am I doing? I'm talking while I'm napping. There was this one comment I got a while ago. You know, this guy, I guess he was new to the channel, and he goes, I've just stumbled onto the weird side of YouTube. What is this? Is this the weird side of YouTube? Is that what this is? I've devoted many years of my life to end up on the weird side of YouTube? Is that what it is? I'm talking about me now, not the guy that was just clicking around, I guess. Well, if this is the weird side of YouTube, I spent many years getting here. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh yeah, did I tell you? I don't know if I told you, but I took a test. I took an ADHD test. I took 2 tests, actually. ADHD and autism. Yeah. I took 2 tests. And I hate taking those online tests because you never know if they're legit. Well, these were legit. They're not perfect, but they were legit. And I scored higher on the autism test than I did on the ADHD test. Actually, the ADHD test says I am not ADHD. I am autismic. Yeah. So, but I missed the ADHD by 1 point. So I'm probably on there on both, on the spectrum on both of those. Yeah, and that's all I need. Autism. Yeah, I scored, you know, 80, I think you said around 80% of the people who have autism scored where I scored. 80%. I said, dang it. Was it 80 or 70? See, I can't remember now. Anyway, I'm definitely on the autism spectrum. Imagine that. So I'm thinking about that all week. I'm going, dang, I took the test maybe a week ago. And my dad, I could tell, he's also on the autism spectrum. Funny how that works. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I took the test, because I'm saying, you know what? My sons are autistic. My dad shows signs of autism. It couldn't be. It passed me. I skipped a generation. Yeah, not me. I am not. But yeah, sure enough. I got the autisms. They used to call it high functioning, but I guess the word police said you can't call them high functionings anymore. So it's like type 1 and type 2 or something. Type 1 is able to do a majority of tasks for themselves. You know, independent. And the type 2, I guess, is dependent, where they can't do much. They're dependent on someone else to help them out. Anyway. I guess I'm the type 1, or I forget now what the classification is. But yeah. So I'm thinking about that all week, and I'm going, Well, that explains a lot, actually. Yeah. That explains it. Yeah, and there's all kinds of YouTube channels devoted to the subject. So I'm cruising around on YouTube. I'm going, this is a weird side of YouTube. Talking about weird side of YouTube. Go to the autism channels. Yeah. See, the thing is, I don't have trouble with recognizing people's expressions on their faces. But I do have trouble with interpersonal communications. I tend to mask and rehearse. Like, I'll rehearse a response. How you doing? Oh, good, thanks. I try to copy other people's way they respond. Or I go off your greeting. I kind of just copy your greeting too. I don't really. If you ask me how am I doing, I don't really know. I'll just blurt out a quick response. I had to think about it. If I really want to tell you how I am doing, I got to think about it. How am I doing? Let's see. Well, this morning, I kind of felt like I had anxiety. Or this morning, I got up and I felt like I had muscle cramp in my back. Or something like that. I would have to think about it. But that's not the appropriate response. You're not supposed to tell people your physical condition when they say, how you doing? You're not supposed to run down the physical characteristics of how you're feeling. Like, well, let's see. Mildly constipated, highly irritated. No, you're not supposed to say stuff like that. As far as I know. Although I think you could, you know. Anyway. There's masking. Yeah, you can just ignore what you're actually feeling and then go about your day as if you're fine. Or, you know, you already know how to react because you've done this before many times and you already know the rigmarole. You should do that at work a lot. Same old, same old. How's it going? Same old, same old. Really? Nothing interesting? Well, I don't know. Not really. And it's funny because there could have been a life-changing experience the other day, and I won't say anything about it. What kind of life-changing experience? Well, sometimes you find these websites that change your whole perspective on something. Like, oh, I didn't know that. But I'm not going to say, you know, like yesterday, after I got home from work, I got on this website that told me all about how to light fires with a fire piston. Changed my whole perspective on how to light fires. Yeah. You don't think about that stuff. Same old, same old. That's it. You don't know what a fire piston is? Ooh. It'll change your whole perspective on how to light fires. And then there's fire rolls. Yeah. You can roll a piece of tinder between two boards and roll them in such a way that they heat up. I mean, the little fire roll heats up. And it actually starts to smolder. And you don't even need to rub two sticks together. You just rub this little roll of tinder with ash inside between two boards, and it starts to heat up and it starts to burn. And you can use that just like you were capturing a spark in the char cloth to, you know, put it in some tinder and get the tinder going. Anyways, that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing I like to look for on the internet. These little primitive life hacks. I was thinking maybe I should do some videos on primitive hacks. Primitive life hacks. Yeah, it takes too much time. I was thinking about doing one. I'm going, man, it takes a long time to get that set up. First of all, if I wanted to demonstrate how to make a fire with no problem at all, I would first have to practice at it and get good at it. And then I need to figure out, where am I going to film it? Where am I going to film this? I know, yeah, in the yard somewhere, but where's a good spot in the yard? It's all messed up right now. It's been neglected for about a year. I'm sitting back there going, wait a second. What's that growing there? What is it? I don't know. Let me look it up. So I started looking up plants in the backyard. This is my ADHD kicking in. What's that plant? What's that plant? Wait a second. There's a den of something in here. Is that where Mr. Skunk has been appearing from? This little den in here? What does... And I look up skunk dens. Or where do skunks prefer to inhabit? Because we have a skunk that comes around. I call him Mr. Skunk, but I don't know if he's a male or female. Yeah. The goober comes around, right, at night, and the neighbor has a floodlight, and the skunk triggers a floodlight, and a beam of light comes in through the kitchen, and I'm sleeping in the living room on the couch, right? The beam of light beams into the living room through the kitchen window. I'm going, what the heck? I'm trying to sleep here, Mr. Skunk. You're causing the floodlight. The neighbor's beautifully big, huge anti-burglar, I guess, floodlight. Yeah. Yeah, sure enough, I get up. I got up the first time and I went, what is that? Look out the window, there he is. It's a little skunk going by. Well, that must be his den. Because we got a hill back behind the house. He made a den in the hill there, I think. I don't know how to watch him. I should put up a trail cam. Maybe I can catch something else on film. That's all I need is another hobby. Trail cam stuff. Is that a hobby? Is it an official hobby? People do the trail cam as an official hobby type stuff? I don't know. I could look it up. I could look it up. Trail camming. The new hobby of the century. I don't know. Anyway. I get comments like, you're so careless. Yeah, I know. I don't like being careful the whole way through because I like to pace myself, because the hardest part, this is the easy part compared to getting the final thinning. This is the easy part. The final thinning is the hard part. Why do I want to wear myself out before the final thinning? Why? So I don't spend as much time, or I'm not as careful in the beginning as I am toward the end. Yeah. You didn't know you can wear yourself out doing this stuff? Oh yes. You can make yourself miserable trying to be perfect in the first stages. And then by the time you get to the thinning and the notching, you're already frazzled. Can't do it. And you say to yourself, just when I need to be perfect, it always messes up. I was doing so well at first. Yeah, I know, because you don't pace yourself. You burn up all your energy for being perfect in the beginning, and then you're fried at the end. What do you expect? Yeah. Yeah, but then some guys say, I don't want to be careless in the beginning because I want to at least get a little bit done. I'll break it if I'm careless. Okay, fine. You break it if you're careless. All right. Fair enough. I still don't like being careful the whole way. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to switch over. I got a new pair of glasses that is more powerful, right? The reason why I don't like using these, let me see, what is it? Yeah, 3 plus 3. The normal ones I got are +1. Where is it? It's on there somewhere. Oh, 0.125. Yeah. Anyway, I got these because I'm going, you know what? I'm going to be working on little tiny points. Let's get some better glasses. And you know what? It makes me happy to be able to see. I'm just crouched way over, but this is so much better. Yes, it is. So much better with these high-powered glasses. I can see my mistakes so much better. Yeah. It's wonderful. So what am I going to make? I don't know. I'm just going to go straight through. I'm not going to cut this video. If it takes an hour, no. If it takes 10 hours to upload, it takes 10 hours to upload. I don't care. Yeah. It's just the way it's going to go. Why does it take so long? Well, it depends on when I use the phone. I guess the bandwidth around here in this small town is, you know, not very high. Because I use my mobile data. The Wi-Fi here is even slower. So it's such a bummer. My phone actually uploads the videos faster, right? So, but it depends on time of day. The only time I can get fast uploads here from my phone are the hours between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Then it zips right up. No, there's no one on the phone, I guess, around here from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Anyway, if I can't do that, I just go to the library. But lately, I've just been letting it sit there and upload overnight. And then when I wake up early in the morning because of my ADHD or whatever, because I have trouble sleeping. I don't have trouble sleeping. I have trouble sleeping long periods of time. I get up after 3 or 4 hours, and I have to go back to sleep because if I don't go back to sleep, my whole day is ruined. I can't function on 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Kidding me? Anyway, I get up, I upload the video, or I check on it. If it's uploaded by when I wake up, I go, cool, let's just post it. So that's why sometimes you see the video posted early in the morning. Because I get up and I say, wait a second, before I go back to sleep, let me check to see if the video is uploaded. Sure enough, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. And I'm saying to myself, man, I guess that's the price you pay for living in somewhere so quiet. Yeah. But anyway, if I go to the library, and there's no one else sitting in there, like 90% of the time there's no one else in there, I can upload for every minute of the video. Like it's like a half a minute to upload it. Does that make sense? Like if it's a 30-minute video, it takes 15 minutes at the most. Sometimes it's even faster than that. Yeah. It's amazing. I don't know how they do it. If there's someone else in there, it's not that good. But it's never slower than, you know, 1 minute per minute. Like if it's an hour video, it never takes more than an hour to upload it at the library. No. Library's pretty awesome. Anyway, I can do that in the morning if I get up and it's already 8 o'clock or something. Just head on over there. It's 5 minutes walk. Yeah. It's amazing. If I walk fast, I can get down there in 5 minutes. It's just right there on the edge of town. That's it. I'm right in the middle of town. Again, this house where my dad is right in the middle of town. My house in Midland is right in the middle of town too. But it takes me a lot longer to get somewhere there in Midland than it does here. Anyways, my mind shifted over to the storm warnings. Tornadoes and hailstorms. One of my daughters lives, she lives in an area where there was a tornado watch today. I texted her earlier. I said to her, I saw that there was tornadoes and hail warning. You guys all right over there? She goes, it's good weather here. I haven't heard anything. I said, really? Yeah, nothing. Then she texts back about 30 minutes later. Yeah, we just got a warning for hail. I knew it. I knew it because I'm nosy. No, actually, I knew it because it's I subscribe or I'm following a channel on Instagram that has weather updates. And the gooberhead, this gooberhead girl does the updates on the severe weather, like storm chaser type stuff. It comes up on my feed and I'm going, dang it, that's where my daughter lives. In that area. And she got highlighted for tornadoes and hail. So I text my daughter. You guys see anything? No? Yeah, but then she texts me back later. A little bit later. Yeah, we just got a warning. The next town over or something. Be aware of hail or high winds or something. Severe weather. I said, I knew it. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't hear back, so it must be just in the next town over, because I guess it didn't hit where she's at. No more texts. No news is good news. That's what I always say. Or is that just a rehearsed thing? Because that's what everybody says. Yeah, that's what everybody says, so that's what I say. Yeah. I don't know what to say. No news is nervous news. I get nervous when there's no news. That's what I get. It doesn't mean good news for me. When there's nothing going on, if there's silence, just like when the kids are not making noises, something going on. When there's no news, maybe they're incapacitated and there's nothing they can do. They're just stuck without able to make phone calls. And I'm sitting here thinking, no news is good news. Actually, I don't think that. If things are quiet, there's something up. Yep. You get that sort of radar as a parent. If there's nothing, if it's quiet out there, something's up. Sure enough, one time I'm in the house and there's no noises in the house. Where do they go? There's usually talking or television or something in the house. Nothing. Where'd they go? Where are they? Yeah, all the kids are out back tearing down one of the old trellises for the vines that the previous owner had set up to grow vines, like honeysuckle vines or something. The kids are outside with hammers tearing down the trellis or whatever they call it. Yeah. So what do? I grab the camera and start filming it. That was funny. But yeah, that's what happens. They're up to something. And there they were. It was an old thing anyway. And the vine dried up. We didn't water it properly. Yeah. I'm not a gardener. Although I'm trying to be when I'm here. There's so much gardening to do. I can't believe it. If I wanted to. Which I don't. The only thing I'm excited about is the raspberries. They got raspberries here. Just growing. Just right there. In the yard. Raspberries. I remember from last year or the year before. I was here a year and a half ago. Yeah. They got a bunch of raspberry bushes. In Texas, we got cactus. Yeah. That's it. And we used to have some big maguey plants. Maguey. M-A-G-U-E-Y. Maguey. Anyway. However you pronounce it. In the yard. And I was gonna, or did I film it? Yeah, there's fibers in that plant. You can make cordage out of it that's super strong. It's like sisal. Just like sisal twine. I found out that I have an allergic reaction to that stuff. So I didn't do it. Anyway. I prefer raspberries. Any day. And there's blueberries here too. The blueberries look like they're not doing so great. And I don't know. I got to look up how to take care of the blueberries. I think I stepped on one. I stepped on one little plant that's coming up. I go, dang it. What is that's got to be a blueberry. It is a blueberry plant. And just stepped on it. I hope I didn't kill it. But yeah, you've got these fruit trees and stuff. I can get apple trees. You know, you just go. There's nurseries all over the place here. You can pick up pear trees and apple trees, and you can pick up things that you can graft onto your other trees. They got all kinds of stuff here. I'm amazed. Yeah. So anyway. Someone with ADHD, I don't know how they survive here for very long. It's too many things all at once. If you're into that sort of thing. Yeah, and I can even get into beekeeping. And there's maple trees too. I think we have a maple tree in the back. It's mostly black locust here. And don't get me started on that because I'm looking at them like, ooh, that's a bow. That's a bow. I can get a bow out of that one too, but that's in the neighbor's yard. Dang it. But we got one. The thing is, the one we got in our yard is huge. I can get like 10 bows out of it. If it was a little one, I could sneak it and cut it down and make a bow. But these things are huge. Yeah. Huge, gigantic black locust trees. I can't believe it. Anyway. I found out what they were last year. as I was leaving, the neighbor told me, that's black locust. I said, that's black locust? I thought, you sure it's not honey locust? And he goes, no, that's black locust. You don't got no honey locust. I'm used to the honey locust type stuff, which is not as good for bows as the black locust. I couldn't believe it when he said black. I said, that's good stuff. And I'm leaving. I gotta go back down to the land of cactus. Dang it. Anyway, I'm back over here in Vermont. There's lots of black locust. And I'm going to go to town. Oh, yes. I already know. I know which one I'm going to pick out. I'm going to sneak it. Yeah. There's one that's dying. So eventually I'm going to sneak that one. I'm going to say, I'm going to call the tree doctor or whatever they call them around here to cut that down. Because it's, you can tell it's dying. But before it dies too bad, cut it down so I can sneak some bow staves. I'll tell the guy, you know, just leave it there. Cut it down, but just leave it there. He'll go, what? Yeah, just leave it. What for? Because I like it, okay? Yeah, but you sure you don't want me to take it? No, just leave it. But why? I can't tell you because it's embarrassing. That's what I want to say. Because it's embarrassing because I don't know if I can get a bow out of it, but it looks so straight and beautiful that I gotta try it. And he'll go, bow? I know he's gonna say bow. Bow. You know, like for archery, shooting arrows, dang it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Out of that? Yeah, now go away. Just go. Leave me while I ponder the possibilities. Yeah. I can see the scenario already if I let it play out in my mind. And he'll ruin the sneak. Yeah. If he starts asking questions, he'll be like, golly, I gotta answer all the questions. Sometimes I don't even know if I'm making any sense. Yeah. Anyway, there's maple trees. I think there's a maple back there. I could tap it for syrup. Make like 1 ounce of syrup. Heck, I would do it too, just for the experience. Get like 5 gallons of syrup or sap and then boil it down to 1 ounce of syrup. Yeah. You're supposed to, you know, I think it's already past the time for tapping the maple trees because it's supposed to be like a certain temperature. It's too warm already. Yeah. It was okay like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I think. It's a small window. It warmed up really quick. So it might not be a good year for maple this year. Yeah, it was like, believe it or not, earlier it was 80 degrees in the shop here. Because it warms up 20 degrees hotter than outside. It was like 60 outside and 80 inside here. Anyway, so I think about these things when I'm here, because they're there. They're sitting there staring at me when I'm out in the yard, just looking at them. They stare back at me. Yeah. Somebody, one of the neighbors probably watching me going, what is he looking at? He's just looking up in the air. No, he's looking at something. What you looking at? I don't know. Maybe there's a bird. There's no maybe. There's all kinds of birds. You don't believe how many kinds of birds there are here. Yeah. But no doves. None of the none of that. It's all just weird little finches and stuff. And crows. There's a bunch of crows, and they come around and they start squawking like they're angry. These crows around here are angry. I don't know what they're angry at, but they can also tell that I'm looking at them. They don't like it. They start to move their heads around. They go, and they hide behind a branch. The branch is like this, and their head pops out, and they go, and they hide behind the branch. They know I'm looking at them. Anyway, I'm wondering why they're so angry, or what they're squawking about. There's also a bald eagle, but he's across the river, on the other side of the river. I saw him last year. I haven't seen him this year because I haven't gone to the laundromat. I've been using the washer dryer here inside the house. Last time I was here, I used the laundromat because I didn't know how to operate the dumb washer machine here. Yeah, my dad's washing machine actually has a weird built-in dryer. It's a washer and a dryer in the same machine. There's no separate compartment. You just put the laundry in, it washes it and dries it in the same drum. Yeah. And it's got a little computer on it. And you just type in what you want. You know, and I couldn't get it. I said, what is this? So last year I didn't mess with it. And besides, the clothes, when they come out, they're never fully dry. You got to hang them up and let them air out. My dad says, yeah, you got to let them air out. What? Yeah. But you push the button, it says dry. He says, yeah, even if you push dry, you still need to air them out a little bit. And I cleaned it up the other day. It's right there in the kitchen. We have a European style kitchen where the clothes washer is right in the kitchen. You ever seen that in the European kitchens? Anyway, it's right there next to the stove. And it's got grease on the washing machine. So I took it out and I tried to access where you put the soap in, because you put it in through the top, but the counter's in the way. So they've just been dumping the soap into the machine without using the dispenser. Anyway, in my haste to figure out what to do about cleaning the washing machine, I disconnected the drain by accident in the back, and I didn't know. And I came out to the shop and started doing some stuff. When I came back into the kitchen, there was a flood. Yeah. Of course, my dad's watching TV. He doesn't know. I'm there. I'm mopping it up. I'm going back and forth inside and outside the house. I'm dumping the bucket out, and I'm going, dang it. What did I do? Yeah, I disconnected the drain in the back. Anyway, when I was looking at the drain, I fixed it up yesterday or the day before. The plumber did not install a P-trap. So I'm saying to myself, you know what? I know a little bit about plumbing. This is going to be bad. I go down the basement. Sure enough, it's connected directly to the sewer line, and there's no P-trap. That means there's sewer gases coming up into the kitchen from the dryer drain. I mean the washer drain. Yeah. Great. I gotta install a P-trap. Yeah. So not only does the little house smell like a couple of old guys, we got this potential of sewer gases coming in. Nasty. Yeah. And then I started looking around. Wait a second, let me check the other drains. Sure enough, the bathroom sink. I look under the sink, and I knew this was the case before, but it finally hit me. The sink does not have a P-trap underneath it either. I'm saying, what the heck? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some plumbing. That's all there is to it in this house. Yep. And there's a reason why the bathroom sink doesn't have a pee drain. Is that what they call it? It's not a pee drain. What is it called? Pee trap. Something like that. The little curvy thing that keeps some water in it, in the pipe, so that the gases don't go up into the sink drain and out into the bathroom. Anyway, I bet you the shower drain does not have one either. In fact, I'm almost positive the shower drain doesn't either. So I got some work to do there. So there I am. I'm all week, in the past couple of weeks, I've been looking at the house and the yard and my stuff in my shop. All this stuff that needs to be done before I sit down and do any Flintknapping. Yeah. So that's what it's like to have to do 100 things before you can do one thing. Yeah. But I'm not an ADHD, I'm an autism. Yeah. No, I think I have both. Yep. So now, if you did not think this was a weird side of YouTube, do you think so now? Yeah? I bet you do. Yes. There's one little lump right here. Can I get that out? I got my super duper glasses on. I can get that lump out because I see it. If I can see it, I can get it. Right? Why would I even try? It's so insignificant. Yeah. It's going to cause me to break off one of these barbs. Yeah, I can't push off on the face of that. It's too small. Yeah. This is already way too skinny or too narrow. This is all crunchy on this side, but I think I can get it. I just got to keep whittling away the sides, and I'll be able to get the center with a few strikes of indirect percussion. I've been using the file too. These files are excellent for these small points. I don't know why I didn't use them before when I first started. Probably because I thought it was cheating. Yeah. Too much cheating. I figured I'd get my cheating in just by doing the indirect percussion. That's enough cheating. But nope. You gotta use files too. Yep. Not enough cheating. Can you see what I'm doing? You better be able to. I'm being extra especially careful. Just for you guys. It's driving me nuts. See, I'm moving the edge that way. So, and I'm doing it carefully. All right? Very carefully. So I don't mess it up. Remember that big old chunky thing? All that big old mess just for this little teeny point? Yeah. It's already almost an hour and I'm not even done. Not even close to being done. No, not even. You got a long ways to go. Seriously. This is not even the hard part. Well, it's starting to get... I'm starting to hit the sweat stage because this could break it at any time right now. Trying to get some of these cosmetic defects out of it. Dang, not like that. I don't know. Is it gonna do it? It's right in the middle, which is the worst part to have defects, because it'll snap right in half if I don't do this right. It's such a nice material though too. This stuff naps really nicely. If I break it, it's my fault. There's no excuse. And I need to thin down the tip a little bit more before I start making the middle too thin, because I'll snap it right in the middle. If there's too much weight up in here, hit the middle, it'll snap the tip off, because the tip's too heavy. Maybe it's me, but a lot of times that's what happens. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Just my luck. But if I leave the tip too thick, it'll snap off. There's not much I can do except lose a bunch of width trying to remove the crunchy stuff. But oh well, that's the law of the West. Yeah, I gotta lose width to do damage control and to make sure that the tip is thin. Hate to remove so much of the width, but it's the law of the West. Why didn't I take care of that earlier? Well, I was trying to, but somehow, even though this is excellent stuff to nap, I guess I figured I'll just take care of it later, and then later and later and later, and it became later, and I still hadn't taken care of it. I might be able to pressure flake some of that out. Is the pad interfering? It might be. Okay. Yes, sometimes the pad interferes. Yes, I have to admit it. If I don't admit it, I'd be wrong. Nothing more than autism hates is being wrong. Yeah. Did it do it? I don't know. I don't think so. Not fully. Dang it. I gotta take too many risks. Did it do it? Haha, I think so. Yes, I got one more chance to get a lot of that out of there. See if it, oh, it almost tried to do it, but it didn't. Dang it. See that flake right there should have gone wide and got it, but it didn't. Some of you pressure flaking aficionados, you know how to get rid of these, but for me it's kind of tough. I don't like pressure flaking those because I snap the points. Did it? Let's see if that did it. Whoa. I think I might be able to get it. If I don't break it. It's getting thin. Did it do it? I don't know. I'm going to have to live with it. It looks a little bit less crunchy. Yeah. All right. Good enough. Yeah, if it wasn't for my super duper glasses, I wouldn't be able to get that. Yeah. But look at the tip. It curves this way now. Yeah. It's lame. My kids used to say that all the time. It's lame, lame. Whenever something was not right. All right, here we go. Am I going to be able to get the symmetry? We shall see. As long as I'm not careless. Yeah, you guys that are sleeping, when you hear that file noise, I bet you wake up. Yeah, because it's annoying. Yeah. Oh well. You can use the video for what it's not intended for, but you gotta take the risks. Take the good with the bad. I know I'm boring. I'm boring enough to put you to sleep, but when I start using the file or something else, it ruins the mood. Okay. Come on. Come on. Let me just take a little bit off the tip without breaking, okay? Don't break. I got my glasses on, all right? What did I drop? The mallet. I still got the percussion flaker here. I dropped the mallet. I'm trying to get the tip nice and symmetrical. And thin. Still a little lumpy. But that's only because I got my glasses on and I can see the lump. Otherwise, I don't think I would bother trying to make it perfect. Yeah, that's good enough. It's good enough as I continue to mess with it. is it? Can you see? It's just, it got that little weird spot, that inclusion that's darker in color. It's actually different in consistency also. Anyways, my pet peeve is to get the tips right. I shouldn't worry about it because I often break the tips off. If I start messing with it too much, you know what happens. All right. So what am I going to make out of this? Well, let's see. Let's see. I don't know yet. I kind of have an idea. Yep. I do have an idea. And for those of you who don't know, and you've been watching the whole video and you don't know, you can touch the screen on your phone and zoom in. It'll zoom into what I'm doing. And you can even touch the screen and move it around like this so you can center it. I used to try to zoom in myself because I can zoom in. I can make it so that you can see. But if I do that, it's hard for me to keep it in frame. Besides, my phone does this weird thing. See that? It jumps from one zoom to the next too much. It's too much of a jump there. Anyway. One of these days I'll get me another phone. I just don't feel like spending the money right now. Yeah, I thought I was done with getting new phones when I got this phone. I said, ooh, this is great. I got a special deal on the phone. Yeah, I got a special deal on the phone because the stupid camera doesn't work right. Yeah. That's probably why I got a special deal. They knew it was obsolete. They're probably saying to themselves, oh, he'll be back for the other phone. Yep. I did not go back, okay? No. I'll just live with it. Now, what can I make out of this? I know what I'm going to make. All right, let's see. Switch over to the spatula tool. Let's see, 1 hour, 8 minutes. Dang it. This is going to take forever to upload. Is this doing it right? No, it's not. I could be doing a lot more carefully. Hold on. Come on. What am I doing? The barb is too thick. These things had thin, delicate barbs. Is that good? Yeah, that's good enough. Anyways, where was I? Heat treat is so nice for notching. Oh yes, but I don't want to say too much because then I'll jinx myself. Yeah. But it's so nice. Yeah. It doesn't have a nice pop out, but oh well. Yeah, I gotta focus on these. These side notches are usually when I snap it. All right, don't push it. One is going to be more narrow notched than the other. Okay? Okay. But I got to get the bottom wider. Yeah, or the bottom the same width. Okay. I kind of blew out one of the sides of that notch anyway, so it's almost the same as far as the entry size. Okay, so many of you would stop at this point, but I'm not going to. Nope. I'm going to mess with it a little bit more. Not like that. Let's see. Yeah, these things don't need to be symmetrical, which is good. Okay. I'm going to put extra couple of notches in here. Or maybe more than a couple extra. We'll see. Yeah, if it works out nicely, I'll put in more than a couple extra. Ouch, that was not good. little too aggressive there. Also, if you put these notches too close together, they tend to overlap. The flakes tend to overlap, and there's a chance for blowout. Like I say, I blew out that part of the side, so now I gotta fix that to make it look like it's not blown out. Let me see. Yeah. That notch is stalled. I'm probably not talking loud enough because I'm trying to concentrate. You get the volume really high, and then I use the file and it blows out your eardrums. Yeah. All right. Should I go for some more notching? Sure, why not? The bottom of that notch is kind of crunchy. Dang it. I didn't notice that earlier. See, it's got some undetached flakes. I can try to pop out another batch of notches from there. I mean, a batch of flakes from the bottom of that notch to get that undetached portion out. I don't know. Did it get it? I think it got it. Yeah. There's a little metal mark in there, but I got it. All right. Not sharp enough. Yeah. As these notches get smaller and smaller, that the tool needs to be sharper. And are there other points like this in the archaeological record? Oh yes. And yeah, they make it hard on themselves. I'm pretty sure they would do the big notches first and then the small ones. And the tool just gets duller and duller, and they have to keep sharpening and sharpening. As these notches get smaller, the tool needs to be sharper and sharper. Alright, so I can either leave it tip like this, or I can put a needle tip on it. I already messed with the tip earlier. Should I leave it? I should just leave it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do a little bit of edge work. With the spatula tool. I could put little serrations in between the big serrations, but no. If you don't know what I'm doing, you can just zoom in. Remember, like I showed you? You missed it? Yeah, you missed it. You say, what did I miss? What did I miss? You missed on when I showed you how to zoom in. Now you'll never know, because no one will know what I'm talking about. You'll ask all your buddies and they missed it too. Yeah. I don't know. I shouldn't worry about symmetry. A lot of you guys worry about symmetry, but... And it makes you sick to your stomach if you don't see symmetry. But it doesn't make me sick. Nope. I'm just worried about the sharpness of the edge. Yeah, it's good. It's good. There it is. And I'll show you one I worked on earlier. This one, the one I worked on earlier is bigger. Okay, here's the other one. How big are these? See, the one I did off camera, I can get it thinned down a lot better. Yeah, because I don't have to worry about trying to talk at the same time. I can try to thin this one down more. No. They're both heat treats. Just gravel cherts. Usually worthless, but once you heat treat them, they're really nice. Yep. Alright, so there you go. Little Toya point. And when they have a lot of extra notches like this, they find them south of the border like that. So Mexican or Aztec looking type of Toya. Yep. Okay, that's it.